Good day, YouTube. Today's topic is if you are a first duty station, brand new officer going to your first base, what it's going to be like. Here's what I remember is once you are at the Air Force Academy, ROTC, or Officer Training School, you'll find out what base you're going to prior to you going there. Find out who your sponsor is or contact the unit that you'll be assigned once you have your orders and say, I need a sponsor. Or contact the Airmen and Family Readiness Center at your base and say, hey, I'm going to be assigned to this unit and I need a sponsor. First duty station officer right around the corner. So you do that. That sponsor is a stranger, most cases, and he or she's going to be able to assist you and say, when are you getting here? Are you single or do you have a family? What do you need? Do you need a place? It could be lodging, it could be off base, things like that. So they're going to, whatever accommodations you need, they'll assist you. That's what they're assigned to do. They go through training, so that's sponsor. When you get to your base, you're going to end process. You're going to be like, all that training that you've had, whatever your commissioning source, you're going to put it to use. I made another video, the lieutenant life, I think it's called, of what it's like to be a lieutenant. And you're going to have to jump in there and get to work. Most people don't go to technical training before going to their first base. So for me, my job was personnel. I went to my base and I went to my personnel school. It was a year later. Sometimes it's going to be quicker, sometimes about a year or so, but in most cases quicker. You go to your technical training, that's where you learn how to do your job. Not the leadership part, because you've already been trained with that. So definitely find people that can assist you, maybe a first lieutenant or a captain that can say, hey, I'm going to help you out. This is what I did. Pick their brain. And you don't have to invent the wheel because it's already been invented. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's one thing. The next thing that I want to talk about is you are most likely going to live off base, especially if you're single, because there's no dorms for officers in most cases, unless maybe you're overseas. So you'll live off base. The question is, should you buy or should you rent? My recommendation is rent, because you're going to be there for maybe 2 years, 3 years, and then it's time to go. When I first commissioned and I went to my first base as an officer, I happened to buy. I had a family. I was prior enlisted and I was already 31 years old. So we bought, but we weren't even there for 3 years. We were there 2 years and 10 months and it was time for us to go. And it just so happened that we returned to that house because I was force-shaped a few years later. Force-shaped means there was a reduction in force, so I had to leave active duty. The other thing is you're going to be a company grade officer, CGO, second lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain. Those are the junior officers. And that's the time for you to really find that mentor, that senior NCO, or that other officer, field grade officer, company grade officer, someone that has more experience than you, and see what works for them. See, first and foremost is the job. Know your job inside and out. And then the second thing is leadership and the people that you lead. Be consistent, be approachable, and that's going to say a lot for you. People are going to respect your rank, but the question is, are they going to respect you as an individual? The answer could be yes or no, but whatever rank you have here, they'll respect, even if they don't like you. And I don't like any of those politics or favoritism or things like that. So for me, my reputation was just to be consistent, to be fair, to listen, and to lead, because that's what you get paid for. And as a second lieutenant, you're going to have that responsibility and you'll be paid well as well. Other things that I can think about your first duty station is, like I said, you'll get there and then eventually you'll go to your technical training. When you come back, now you know the job. As far as the technical training, now it's time for you to learn how to actually do that job, because every base, every position is different, even though we're trained to do that. Get to know your people, again, very important, at the top of that list, and do a good job. Be a well-rounded person in the sense that you're looking after yourself as well for your professional military education when that happens. If you have ideas of going back to school and pursue your master's, do it. There's opportunity for that, even if it's part-time. Like I said, first and foremost should be your job, and then your people as well that you'll work along with. And then you'll move basis maybe at the 3-year mark or so. It depends on how long you stay in and on your job as well. So some things to think about. Most officers, brand new officers, second lieutenants, are young. So it depends on what age you commission, whether it's older or 22. Make the most of it. Have fun, work hard, play hard, and leave that job in the team that you work with a better person than you received it. Take care.